Greetings, Hero Peak fans, and welcome back to another Quick Peek episode. Today we're going to do a follow-up to our previous Quick Peek where we talked about the future of Batwoman and the exit of Ruby Rose. So it has been announced that they have a replacement. Before we get into that, let me introduce our fellow peekers here. We've got James. How are you, James?
Hey, happy July 11th, everyone. We made it still, halftime.
And with us today is Paige, our woman of
Web
mystery.
person.
Yeah. It's good to see you. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the future of Batwoman. Her name is Javicia Leslie. And if you've ever seen, what's the show? God Friended Me. That's
Which
what
I've watched.
from.
Yep. Mhm.
Whoa.
I never watched the show, but
The first season was
I
pretty good. Second season, not so much.
I giggled about the title, but
yeah, I guess
It's not what you think. It's like a technology show, not so much religious. I mean, although the main character's father is a pastor, and she plays the sister of the main character, who also reveals herself during the first season as being a lesbian. So the dad being religious, he has a different take on it. Meanwhile, the protagonist of the show is trying to figure out this quote unquote Facebook account that's supposed to be God. So the show itself is a little quirky. Her role is it's a pretty solid role in the show. I just didn't like the way she was portrayed in the second season, but good show. You should watch it. A recommendation for another time. The first season, anyway.
yeah. So yeah, so she's coming off of there. She's coming to take over the mantle as Batwoman. Different character named Ryan Wilder, described as likable, messy, a little goofy, and untamed, whatever that means.
Untamed.
Yeah, so, no, apparently, so what I was reading was the character is a former drug runner for the cartel in Gotham, and
Hmm.
I guess she changed her ways. So, uh, what are initial
eh.
thoughts on all this?
Well, I would like to have a character that's darker skinned that doesn't have a past that's drug runner. I mean, it could have
Paige
gone.
is coming out with the heat.
That's
No,
right.
it's serious. It's like, what did they do to Poe? Oh, he used to run Spice, and it's like, come on, guys.
Oh, yeah, good
Come
point.
Yeah, that's
on.
true.
Like, I liked when I was reading, so I was like reading. Oh, former drug. Okay, cool. Because Kate Kane in the comic was a hot mess. I mean, that was the thing, is she was sort of goofy, like, hey, like you wouldn't suspect really she was Batwoman, because Batwoman's like, oh, I'm so serious and angst. It's like, eh. But Kate was like goofy, a party girl type thing.
Hmm.
So I was like, cool. But then you get the drug thing, and I'm like, all right, she could have maybe used, but having her be a dealer is like, cool.
Yeah, next
Like, I
level.
wouldn't mind if she was another, like, white girl, but it's always that.
Well, before we go down the negative train, Mike, I
Oh
think
yeah, sorry.
no, it's okay because we'll get there. Trust me.
Yeah.
Some of the few positives that I could attribute to this recasting is I think because we talked about this a couple of weeks back on what they could possibly do, whether it's just erase the character and bring. I thought the fact that they brought a brand new character, like they didn't take her and replace her with like Barbara Gordon, and then
Right.
just say, yeah, instead of Barbara Gordon being white, she's black now, whatever. They created a character, right?
Yeah.
We can argue whether that was a good, the attributes or not later. But I think I want to give them DC, and I'm not a DC film universe or TV fan. I want to give them credit for the fact that they created a brand new character and they casted an actress they think could fit that mold right, which is
Yeah.
usually not what they do. So on a positive note, kudos for them to at least trying to start something fresh and then putting this actress in that role and hoping it works. So
Hmm.
let's give a couple positives here.
Yeah, I agree with
Negatives,
you,
and
yeah.
you hit a lot of them, Paige, off the bat. Negatives is exactly her backstory. Also, how does her character tie into the Batwoman, the entire Batwoman concept? Like, is she gonna find herself in the Batcave, get the suit. Lucius Fox Jr. is going to be like, hey, hey, sister, whatever. Here you go. Do your thing. You're a criminal, but we need you right now because we can't find Kate Kane. She's missing, or whatever it is, right?
And
And you're
That's
street savvy.
there you
exactly. So
go. Yeah.
that's what I don't like is like how you created a character brand new, didn't exist before. You hired a very well trained actress, who, African American actress, but now you put her in a position where she's not going to really be successful, and that's the thing I don't like in my
Also,
mind.
like speaking from the lesbian culture, the living in your van with a plant. Why not just throw a cat in there? Make us. It is literally like 1990, very late 90s, like early aughts. Like that is just like such a boom. She's an artist. She's a free spirit. She lives in her van. It's like,
Untamed.
no, that's stinky, dude. It's really stinky. Like, does she also paint? Because I did too. Uh, it's
Yeah.
a little
I
bit on
read
that
this
nose.
quote. Yeah, I hate doing research before these, but I read this quote. It said the character, right? I was talking about how they create a new character. It said you mentioned the part about the van and the plant, which is to me
Hmm.
definitely my spider sense is tingling on that one.
Yeah.
Ryan is the most dangerous type of fighter, highly skilled and wildly undisciplined, an out lesbian, athletic, raw, passionate, fallible, and very much not your stereotypical all-American hero. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah. You know what? Terry McGinnis was also that. Uh, so I mean, not gay, but Terry McGinnis was the untrained, like the Spitfire. So maybe I'm gonna get
Hmm.
my final hopes where they sort of do the whole like, Terry McGinnis sort of
Batman
thing.
Beyond.
That'd be that'd be great. Mm,
Sounds a lot
and
like Ray from Star Wars sequels.
Let's not go down that. No, please.
mm.
No, not today. Not today, Satan.
Hey, I would have argued with you so much until like the last movie about Star Wars, but we're not going to go there because
No, we're
I'm
not
just
gonna
like,
go
oh,
there.
this is horrible.
Yeah, Chris served his time, man. Chris served his time.
So yeah, and I'm also curious how they're gonna write Ruby's exit into the show. Is she gonna die? Is she gonna disappear? Right? Because you mentioned, oh, if what's her name, Ryan wanders into the Batcave and goes, oh, and then Lucius says we can't find, Kate. So here, put this on,
Yeah.
or Kate's dead. Here, put this on. That's what I'm curious about.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere where the entire season is based on her disappearance. Uh,
Mm, okay.
I'm reading Digital Spy here, credits to digitalspy.com, and I think they mentioned, the season will be revolved around the disappearance of Kate Kane and how Ryan will Wilder fits into that
So,
role.
so here's what gets me then. Why not get Sophie to put on the mask
Yeah.
until, you know, she's already there. I don't know. Doesn't that
I
make
don't
sense?
know. Yeah, I don't know.
She's trained. She's already there. She's close to them. And, and then Fox can go to her and say, Kate's missing. We need your help. Right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
So, I don't know. Curiouser and curiouser. When is anybody know when this season's supposed to start?
Yeah, January 2021, expected to air.
Oh, okay. So we don't have much longer to wait.
Yeah, I'm assuming because of COVID right now, they're probably prepping for principal photography for the show. They probably
Yeah.
already have a script. They probably have a lot of that stuff because they casted her.
Yeah.
Um, so they're probably on target.
I mean, they could have some fun with it because considering that Batwoman started with the whole idea is we need to cover up Bruce being missing, and
Mm.
now it's someone else covering up that Kate's
Kate is
missing.
missing. Ah, good connection there. I didn't think
So
about
it
that.
could be interesting, but yeah, I was wondering that too because you have characters that already could step into the cowl.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, there's no reason to not like the casting that they've done.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. I'm just wondering if they'd even talk to the actress who plays Sophie and mentioned it, or she was thinking like why couldn't I do it? But
Probably not. Come on, man. You know what's going on over there.
yeah, is it a SAG
DCTV.
thing or?
Who knows?
SAG thing.
All right. So I guess we'll leave it at that for now. But any final thoughts before we wrap up the video?
Sophie's character is just straight, right? She's not bi. That could be a thing that they
I think she's
wanted to
straight.
do.
No,
Yeah,
as
she's
far as
straight.
we know.
Okay, so that could be a reason why that they want to keep that whole we need this, and it's like, but there's this thing in wrestling called kayfabe, where you know what's really going on, but you're sort of like, all right, well,
Yeah.
we know, but we're okay. More remarks, you know. So I don't see if it. I mean, I think whatever. I wouldn't be like, oh no, the original actress left, so they casted a character that would make sense narratively, and she's straight. It's fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't a. It wasn't a hey, we're not going to let your gays get married, so one of the gays has to die thing. DC, you know,
DC, say it. Yeah.
DC Comics,
Oh.
you know. Bye, Greg. Anyway,
Yeah.
My thoughts, Mike, is I know we're focusing on the actress being recast, the character, no, not the character, the titular character being recasted. But my issues with the show goes beyond just Ruby Rose and the Batwoman character, whether she's
Yeah.
lesbian or not. It's the writing of the show.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
you and I
Terrible.
discussed. Yeah,
So
we
I
discussed that
hope that you give
over and over. So yeah, I
Javicia
know.
Leslie an opportunity to shine in the role that you're writing for her, and
Mhm.
not just for well, take out A, put in B, still trashy writing. You guys don't like it? Oh my God, we gave you a black one this time. Like, what the hell? What can we do better? Type of thing.
Yeah.
I hope that's not what happens in the second
But
season.
yeah, so honestly, I've enjoyed. I think I'm enjoying the first season of Stargirl more than I enjoyed the first season of Batwoman.
We need to talk about that show.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Have you seen
I'm
that?
I'm shocked that that show has been as good as it is.
Mhm. Have you seen Stargirl
Just,
yet, Paige?
I have not.
Oh,
No,
you should check it out. Yeah.
but I do hear that it's like one of those like heartwarming shows, and to be honest,
I
like
don't want to say
the
heartwarming. Whoever told you that is not telling you the
oh
No,
It
it's a little
gets
more than that.
really,
It gets
It gets
dark.
pretty dark at
It
times.
gets dark.
huh? I thought it was like a for kids like show.
No, I wouldn't
It
call
started that way because of CW, the whole feel of
Oh,
like Riverdale in the beginning, but then it gets dark, like probably like what was the second episode? Yeah, second
it.
episode
Yeah.
it gets dark.
it's Terry Moore's Stargirl though, right? Like, yeah. I mean,
I don't know the whole
huh?
mythology of Stargirl. I have to
Yeah,
look it up
neither
on
do I. But
Wikipedia while watching the show to see how each character they introduce, how it connects to Justice Society. So I can't tell you which version because I think it's an amalgamation of a couple of different versions.
Hmm.
Um, but that being said, watch that show.
All
That
right, I'll
show
give
is
it a
yeah,
incredible.
chance.
and then I'd love to hear if you think that's better than the first season of Batwoman.
Oh my God, I've had farts better in the first season of Batwoman.
Come on, man. You throw her a softball, Mike. Come on, too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I the only thing I really enjoyed about Batwoman from what I saw, because I had to be like I just can't anymore. I'm like I watched L Word. I suffered through L Word. Okay, like I don't need to watch a show just because it's giving me a bone. Like because I'm getting no bone here.
Right.
So like I liked in Crisis. I loved the interaction between Supergirl and Batwoman. That was
Yeah,
great because it's like
that was
brood,
good.
brood, brood, and like, hey everybody, and then the whole interaction there was fun.
Right.
That was
Um,
fine. Yeah.
the actress who played Alice was actually originally I was like, oh God, whatever, you're not the Alice, what? But fine, it's different telling.
Yeah.
Fine, but then I was like, oh yeah, she's got some acting chaps. I have no idea why this plot is happening though.
Yeah,
It's
and then
like,
I think they hired her because she was tied in with Birds of Prey from the '90s, right? She played one of the Birds of Prey that in the original.
She did? How old is this actress?
She's like our age right now.
What?
whoa.
She looks like she's in her 20s, dude.
Yeah, I totally would have thought she's way younger.
No, she was born. Sorry, she's 10 years younger. She was born in '85.
Dude,
Wow.
do the math. How old was she when she was doing Birds of Prey in the 90s?
Yeah, like pretty much like 20 years old, I guess.
Wow.
So.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're all like, today we learned something. Uh,
The more you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, another thing is when I was like, oh, they're going to do Hush. Oh, they're, oh boy. Because, Hush is a pretty good series. I mean, again, I'm like, yeah, do different things with comics, make it its own thing. But
Mhm.
still, it was like Tommy / Clayface, apparently. So I'm like, oh all right.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
we'll see, right?
They're throwing a lot of stuff at the wall and they're hoping something sticks. But again, the writing, the direction of this
Yeah, but I
entire
feel like I'm standing up against a wall when they're throwing things at that wall.
oh, you're getting hit with it. Yeah, I hear
Oh,
Yeah.
you.
the spaghetti's running right down my face. I'm like, cool. Like, you
Mm,
don't. Mm.
I don't like this. No me gusta.
Yeah, I mean, like Mary and with the death and all that of her mom, I was like, okay, I feel something. I
Yeah.
actually care about this character now.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't really care that much about like, oh no, Kate. I don't. I
Which
mean,
is
I know I'm
sad because she's the
supposed to, but
protagonist. She's the main character in the
I
show.
know. Ooh, and it's like, okay, cool. You know what? If okay, fine, we've all been through.
I'm like,
Okay.
please don't do the same to Javicia. Like,
Yeah.
give her a good shot. Change the
Mhm.
writing group. Do something. Give her a good shot. Don't make this another
Insert
season one.
comedy. Insert something funny that makes us care amongst the darkness.
Hmm.
Mm.
Like you could have a dark show, which Batman tends to be sort of dark, but have something funny in there, something that makes us care
Well,
about the character.
that's what Arrow did so well. And
Yeah.
Oliver wasn't necessarily a comedian, but he had some people around him that are
Around them.
always being smartasses, So it
Again,
kind
I
of
can't
lightened the
keep
mood of it.
focusing that show was written totally different than
Yeah.
Flash, than Legend. I love Legends, by the way.
Mhm.
The Arrow, the guys who were behind, like, the script and that, to me, will never get the credit they deserve from season two, because season one, it was too
Yeah.
dark, right? From season two all the way to the finale, those guys don't get any credit. Yeah, obviously Stephen Amell is a great actor, and a lot of good actors and actresses that were involved on him. But the stories that they wrote, the arcs, like the villain arcs, to me was probably one of the best thing I've seen on regular, basic television. They don't
Yeah.
get enough credit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
true.
those guys to do freaking Batwoman season two, please,
Hopefully. We'll see, right?
or gals.
Yeah. All right. On that, I think we should uh, wrap up the video. Let us know what you think in the comments about the new casting and the show in general. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and our videos, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.